The Crusader Industries Mercury Star Runner is a new size 4 ship in the verse, and it is probably the sexiest ship ever made. And not just because it's asymmetrical, but because the detailing and styles and aesthetic vocabulary are absolutely fantastic on this ship. It's quickly become my favorite ship, and I fly it more than anything else. Now, it has 2 turrets, and the pilot has weapons. The weapons equal about 800 DPS, which is fine if you're going to go for small or medium bounties. But if you're going to do a lot of bounty hunting solo, you're going to want to beef them up. But if you have 2 people in your turrets, the DPS of this bad boy is actually quite a lot. The cargo grid is 114 units, which is sizable and enough to make a profit. Although if you're going to cargo haul full time, you probably are still going to want to look for a cat, maybe even a freelancer max. The interior of the ship is absolutely stunning. I'm going to start from the bridge, which, as you can see, is gorgeous. One of my favorite features of the ship are these door panels that allows you to close and lock the doors. This is a godsend if you're trying to ward off pirates or protect yourself in the vessel. It's less of a godsend when you think about the fact that these doors won't open right now. Oh, Star Citizen. As we leave the bridge, we have our server room, habitation, and recreation. So first we're going to go to habitation and see the 3 beds for the crew members, 2 desks, these beautiful bathroom units that are just sort of excellently hidden inside. The ship has light switches, which is a nice feature, although I personally never see the need to use it. Across from the bridge, across from habitation, we have recreation, where we have a kitchenette and a relaxing area. Yes, you can interact with all of the chess pieces, and we'll look at our fun little surprise there later, although I'm sure you all know what it is already. We go to the server room. To the left here, we have our turrets, the top turret and the bottom turret. The turrets are kitted with the same weapon loadout that the nose of the ship is, which again is about 800 DPS, which is nice. It's decent. But if you want a full-time bounty hunt, I recommend some upgrades. Here we have our servers. This is technically a data scanning ship. And this is where the data would get stored. So it's an important part of the ship. And then over here we have the scanning room itself. This chair, which operates the scanning dish, and you can actually see the scanning dish open. As we come out back to the server's room, we go to cargo. In and out of cargo bay, there is an elevator that people love to complain about. Now, why do you complain about it? Because it's slow, and it only takes you up like 5 feet. Here's the thing, though, folks. You don't ever need to use the elevator. You just jump up. And then you turn around and you jump down. And it's actually super fast. Here's the cargo grid. It's big enough to fit 2 graycat ROCs, so if you want to go mining in a group, this is an excellent ship for it. Highly recommend. And then behind us here is engineering, where we have component hatches, and then a locked door to our vents. Now, all in all, the ship is... I can't stress this enough. It's actually one of my favorite ships in the game. It's so beautiful. I think the interior is really sleek and exciting. And it has more features than any other ship, including the light switches and the door panels and being able to lock doors, but also this hidden panel here. Ooh. Now, right now, having a hidden panel and subsequently a hidden cargo room seems a little silly, because everybody knows about it. But I long for the days when when years from now, when we're still playing Star Citizen and there's millions of players who have no clue that that place exists. You can also lock it from the inside. So if you do hide cargo here and lock the door, people might still know about the hidden panel, but whatever you have in here should remain safe. Now, also, the vents. The vents in the ship are not just a fun feature and a cool way to get around. For me, they give the ship a whole different kind of life. Like the structure and interior of the ship are believable. And I'm not saying all the other ships are not believable, but this one has just like this extra deliciousness about it. You can go all the way over here and get into engineering. And you can lock, I'm gonna close and lock this door as well. So you can actually close and lock all the doors in a manner that if you were playing in a group, nobody could get in and out of the main parts of the ship. They would all be, if pirates were to get aboard, they would be relegated to the cargo bay. So these vents are really interesting. And I'm sure you've all seen this already, but if you take, is this the queen? Yeah, this must be the queen. If you take the white queen and place her on this coaster, that's how you open the vents in Recreation. The ship, as a medium-sized ship with a small crew, is to me one of the most exciting addition to the verse in a long time, because it fills a niche that I often talk about, which is ships that are fun to play with by yourself, but big enough that you can have your friends join you, and it is not an inconvenience, because there's lots of things for them to do. Some ships are too big, and they aren't very much fun when you have nobody in them, like the Hammerhead or the Reclaimer. When you fly them around all alone, you just kind of feel like a goober. But when you fly around in the Star Runner, you feel pretty frickin' cool. And if you have one or two friends join you, hop in your turrets, all of a sudden, your status scanning cargo vessel, that's also good for hauling mining, is secretly pretty lethal, dealing more than 2,000 DPS. With big fat shields, an excellent look, and all of its weapons, you can pretty much do whatever you want in the verse. And that's what makes the Star Runner my new favorite ship. By a lot, y'all. By a lot. So now I guess we should probably do some of the cons, because that only seems fair. The ship only has one entrance and exit, which is the cargo bay. This makes solo play kind of, well, let's just say getting from the bridge to getting out of the ship is sort of a long journey with a lot of doors. It would be nice if there was an entrance right behind the bridge seat. Somewhere, probably in this weirdly long hallway. Right there, like a docking collar or an airlock or something. So, like when you're playing by yourself and let's say you're mining, you have to go out through here, and then you have to wait for this door, and then you have to run all the way out through here, and you're like, okay, all right, now I can finally get in my graycat and go mining. It also has, a huge fuel tank because, well, it guzzles fuel. It's a fuel guzzler. SIG increased the size of the fuel tank so that way you could go longer between fill-ups, but you will spend quite a bit of money filling it up. Now, I don't mean like tens of thousands, but often I'm spending 7,000 or 8,000 on refuel. So, in conclusion, the MSR is a fuel guzzler with only one exit that makes it take a long time to get in and out of. But the pros vastly outweighed those handful of cons. It is, in my opinion, the most beautiful ship currently in the verse, and it makes me very excited for the upcoming Crusader ships. It is incredibly functional, with its main goal, data scanning, not yet implemented in the game. It can still hold its own in a fight with its fat shields and several turrets, and easily moddable weapon hardpoints. It has missiles, it has a decent cargo bay, and it has enough room for 2 graycat ROCs if you want to go mine in a big old group. It's easy to fly around, it's maneuverable enough to do lots and lots of things, and it is just so sexy. I hope you get a chance to fly this ship, although I will say, it is expensive. I hope this helps everyone, and happy hunting.